All right, Aquarius, welcome to your Sidereal Weekly Horoscope for September 28th through the 4th of October. My name is Athen. So this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you're new to the channel, be sure to check the description down below because your sign might be different. But Aquarius, let's go ahead and look at this week for you. Now, the biggest thing about this week is that we had that, and we'll continue to feel this lunar eclipse energy these first couple days of the week. As you can see here in Eastern time, this is the lunar eclipse energy. There's not a whole lot of major transits going on this week, so I feel like the lunar eclipse will be integrating into our daily sphere here, especially this early part, and there's a lot of life path shifts and changes, which I'll talk about. So first of all, with the lunar eclipse, it was all about your sense of self-worth, maybe matters relating to finances or the material aspects of life, but I think generally for all of you, that reflection on what are your values in life, what's really meaningful to you. That's what the second house, especially with Pisces, is all about, which makes you Aquarians just very giving in nature. It's that kind of energy where your ideals are very much about homogeneous energies of what's good for everybody. So these are certainly some things you can will likely to some level be considering during this. But if it is material, if it is financial over the past 6 months, reflect on kind of what you've been building or what you've learned during that time period, because that'll help facilitate and help illuminate more of this information. But on a very strong fundamental level, it's about what's important to you, what are your values, and then that in and of itself will be creating more confidence, more sort of self-assertiveness in the sense that you know what you want, you know what your values are, and you can really be grateful for what you have and gain a greater sense of how to pursue those things and put more energy into that. Now, what I want to say with this lunar eclipse is that it is a south node energy. It's going to be associated with that south node. So it's about the receding energies. All of this, wisdom that you're gaining about that second house is being brought into, and the intention here is that it's being pulled into your north node, your life path energy, which is about getting deeper in life. That's what the 8th house has been. That's where the north node has been transiting for the past couple of years. Depth in relationships, depth with yourself, that honesty, vulnerability. But even if it's something collective, it's about sharing the truth, seeing the truth, uncovering the truth. And that's going to be, a strong emphasis here. So it's all about having, a healthy sense of dependency on others, a healthy sense of understanding that there is, of course, the material values, but there's so much more. There's the watery, if you want to call it that, or the non-material values of life. And so that's where the flow is for you. That's where the life path is unfolding. It might be deeper relationships. It might be deeper connection to your work or whatever it might be, or just all in all, a greater understanding of your inner core, which is very transformational. In fact, this can be a very transformational time for a lot of you Aquarians. And again, it's all about helping you share and move more into the truth. So with that being said, Mercury is still retrograde this week, so I think you'll continue to reflect on your self-expression, fun, joy, those types of matters, and those deeper aspects as well. Now, the Sun does conjoin up to Mercury here on Wednesday, so there is this understanding coming in too about something deeper and more connected to those watery energies. And that's the Sun. And the Sun is about your relationships. The Sun rules your 7th house, and that's where you have a lot of emphasis right now at the moment anyways. So it's probably involving, again, the sharing of the truth in the relationships and the importance of having healthy codependency and things like that, which will be illuminating this middle part of the week. Now, speaking of those relationships, it's still very much activated. You can certainly continue to enjoy those one-on-one connections with Venus here. You should be quite direct, quite assertive in those relationships, which is good. And off and on over the past few months, there's been possibilities and expansion for you to connect on those one-on-one levels, and that's going to be the case for at least the next 9 months with Jupiter here in this 7th house of yours. So that's going to be the north node energy from that lunar eclipse. But Saturn, your ruler, is also going to be sextiling up to that north node here on Wednesday. So one thing is a lot of you Aquarians are going to be feeling is this Saturn shifting into Scorpio, because he's your ruler. So Saturn going into Scorpio now this early part of October, things are just getting more real, more raw for you anyways. But here in the area, it has to do with maybe your career or your legacy. And a lot of you will be perhaps assuming more responsibilities at work. Some of you might be just getting very serious about putting energy into the career stuff or legacy stuff. And that's a great time to do that, because Saturn likes to be in the 10th house that he naturally rules. And in either case, it's a great time to really build those foundations in the career or in the work front in order to help, obviously have a foundation for the other areas of your life as well. So I think naturally a lot of you will just be wanting to work hard here. And it's a great 2 years to do that with Saturn in Scorpio and then Ophiuchus. So in this week with Saturn sextiling the North Node, I think that'll be activated, but it'll be subtle throughout October. And it's all, again, channeling in the energy for you to really see the truth, connect to the truth, get deeper, into that transformational energy, which is that 8th house. And I feel like this early part of the week with this lunar eclipse in the 2nd, there's a lot to be learned about your values in life, about your self-confidence, what you can achieve in life, which is, again, a very, spiritual or noble thing because it's in Pisces, but how to channel that into, the truth and sharing the truth and that kind of thing, which is the 8th. So Aquarius, have a great week. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.